stalker sent an internet blogger horrific threats, then travelled from Estonia to her home with a sinister kick. Keio Nei, 24, became so obsessed with the YouTube personality that she contacted police, who warned him via Estonian authorities to leave her alone. Nei then flew to the UK in April last year.
What's the problem, ma'am? Oh, there's some guy been checking the place out. Oh. Well, he went in the back. I have an apartment in the back, and he said he was looking for a guy. And he comes to my door, and
Nei sent emails in which he talked to fate wanting them to be together, but he sent more disturbing emails loaded with sexual content, kidnap, torture, rape and kill her. He said he would fly to the UK the next year and make it my life goal to find you and kill you. He said he would sneak into her home in the early hours of the morning, drug and kidnap her. They spotted Nei, who fled and got into the back of a nearby car. Whose own dad was sitting in the driver's seat. He managed to drag him out of the Skoda and arrested both men. Inside the car they found a bag.
I locked the front door and I'm upstairs in the bedroom.
Is there anyone with you?
He confessed to telling the victim he was going to find her and saw her legs off, and that he might be a bit of a psycho, but told police it was a joke. He denied sending death threats, but accepted telling her he was a troll and asking her not to get engaged or to marry anyone.
Keio Nei was 22 in 2017 when he met a YouTuber blogger while playing an online game by the name of RuneScape. When researching for this case, much of the evidence and identities have been sealed for obvious reasons. For this reason, it is unclear how Keio actually obtained the victim's email address and phone number, as the harassing and scary emails of explicitly sexual nature began in March of 2017.
Then shave you bald and strip you naked. I will rape you and make you pregnant, and then I'll tie you up and will torture you for hours, which is basically me using my whip and other tools I brought with me to make you suffer and hopefully feel what I felt all these years. Then I guess I'll just end it all and stab you in the chest with a kitchen knife and watch you slowly die.
She did the right thing and contacted the authorities in her hometown of Merseyside, Liverpool, who took the threat seriously and then contacted the Estonian police, who warned Keio to stop. In late April of 2018, Keio and his father boarded a plane to Liverpool, with his father excited to take his son to a football game. This is just shy of a 3-hour plane trip and a 31-hour road trip away. The victim's parents were alerted to what was going on due to tweets Keio had sent to the victim containing pictures of her garden and then knocking on her door. Thankfully, living with her parents, whose name Keio had conveniently written on a notepad, were able to convince Keio that she did not live with them while she hid in her bedroom upstairs. Keio then proceeded to the neighbors only to deny even knowing the victim. Her parents immediately called the police, but Keio had fled. The next day, on May 1st, 2018, while the police were at the victim's residence to install panic alarms due to the previous day's occurrences, they spotted Keio, who fled to a nearby car that was driven by his father. After struggling with the police, he was arrested, along with his father, who was later released without charges. The scariest part was the sinister kit Keio came prepared with, that included packing tape, a screwdriver, brown gloves, an eye mask, a torch, a belt, a hip flask containing an ammonia solution, a syringe and needle, opera glasses, plastic flowers, and an item described by police as a gold-colored sex toy. Keio's mother claimed various existing mental health conditions was the reason for him possessing these odd items. I find it odd he was able to get through airport security with the kits such as Keio had prepared, but his lawyer argued that his possession of these items needed to be viewed in the context of his mental illness. Keio was diagnosed with a form of autism, as well as suffered from social isolation and dysfunctional development. However, it was eventually ordered that a hospital order was not appropriate to address the danger he posed to the public. The judge accepted there might be an innocent explanation for the items in Keio's kit, but went on to say,
I have no doubt that their location together was devised by you because there was, within a very warped and sick mind, something that could have led, at some stage, to something far more serious than that for which you face sentencing.
Keio's lawyer argued he only wanted to speak to the woman, not to cause her physical harm, but to progress what he saw was their relationship, while Keio claimed it was all a joke. Keio later admitted to 2 offenses of stalking. The judge imposed an indefinite restraining order to protect the victim and her family, and Keio was jailed for 21 months in Liverpool, where, when he is released in January of 2021, the Immigration Services, who is in possession of Keio's passport, will repatriate him back to Estonia.
Judge Goldstone said cyberstalking was a plague of the 21st century, and his victim was left unable to sleep with her trust shattered. It was no joke to her, and it was utterly terrifying when he travelled halfway across Europe with his victim in his sights.
Cyberstalking is incredibly dangerous, and in this story the victim was lucky, but there have been stories where others have not been. So if this is the plague of the 21st century, what are we truly doing about it?